Hi Leo, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, before we start, I would like to mention a big thank you again to all of you who pledged as part of my Kickstarter. It really means a lot that you guys helped me smash the target, so I'm so grateful. If you would still like to grab yourself a goodie before it ends, you can do so on the link in the description box below. Remember, it ends at the end of this week, so you still have time. And if you haven't got your seat on the 21st of December, the day of that powerful conjunction, we have a solstice alignment session with myself and Denise from HD with Denise. This is an FLP session, a whole bunch of amazing information that you're not going to find anywhere else. If you haven't got your seat yet, hit the link in the description box below. It's like a fraction of the cost of an FLP session with me. So if you've ever wanted one, now is your chance. For the moment, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help us all on our paths to our highest vibrational good. So my ascendant brothers and sisters, we have the Devil card for this week. Right now, yes, it can be about where our self-sabotaging behaviors show up. It can also be where our addictions show up. And so the question becomes this week, what is it that you are holding on to? What is it that you're, and sometimes, you know, it's like we refuse to let go of a hurt or a trauma because we're kind of scared of finding out who we are without it. This could be one of those weeks that is, you know, something like that is highlighted to you, where, you know, maybe a person, maybe something that you do, maybe you know, maybe something from your past shows up for you this week and kind of says, look, you know what, you're still rattling this around. You know, you still got this bag of rocks on your back and you're about to dive into the water. Are you really ready for that? So look out for where this shows up. Now, obviously, this is holiday season, so overindulgence kind of comes hand in hand with it, right? But just try to keep an eye on that this week. For your actions and options, you have the Ace of Wands. Movement, action, desire, passion, fun, vibrancy. This is what you want. This is what you need this week. And, you know, you've got the Devil card hanging around. So we do need to say, if you are going to overindulge, then obviously try to be mindful. And one of the things that I said to, I can't remember who it was now, but it was one of the other signs. And I did say to them, if you get to that, it's like when you're drinking, right? You know, you get to that point where you feel good, you feel merry, you feel happy and giggly and laughing. Stay there. If you go any further than that, you're not really enjoying it anyway. You're just trying to keep hold of, do you know what I mean? So this would be a time to find a way to curb that. Now, on a personal level, if you are on any sort of health kick or fitness journey, this could be a great week for you because you've got lots of energy and vitality, which I really love. Remember that powerful eclipse that's happening right out of the gate this week on the 14th over in Sagittarius is a trine energy to you. Don't try to do too much with it straight away. Just let it unfold as it's meant to. And for a lot of you, I actually feel like this is going to be a moment where you initiate some sort of new beginning. This is going to be a week where you say to yourself, this is my next path. This is where I'm going from here on in. So it's a really powerful energy. Use it right. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Strength card. Love it, right? So your Strength card does fall right underneath the Devil card. So one thing that you probably want to be aware of this week is, and I say this out of all love, remember I have a Leo ascendant, so, you know, I'm speaking to myself here in some regards as well. Remember, there are other people in the room. Remember to give other people a moment in the spotlight. Remember to give other people their moment to speak, their moment to shine when it comes to sharing stuff. This could be a powerful realization for you as well, or maybe a conversation that you have this week. And I'll be honest with you, there is a potential here for it to kind of sting a little bit. Maybe somebody kind of, you know, suggests something or kind of, you know, says something about you that makes you kind of go like, oh, okay, I didn't realize I was viewed like that. Your mission, should you choose to accept it this week, is not to allow that to derail you and to just take it on the chin. This is one of those moments where, you know, if somebody highlights something to you about your behavior or your actions and you think like, oh, that's uncomfortable, don't let it send you into a tailspin. Just acknowledge it and say, okay, at some point I will do my best to do better with it. When it comes to your communications and conversations, you're going to be loud, you're going to be fun, you're going to be gregarious this week. One thing that is coming through from this as well, I almost want to say like some of what you find funny might not necessarily be deemed as funny by other people. So just be aware of that, you know, and make sure your jokes are appropriate for the crowd. You know, I have an uncle from Greece who, you know, whether there were young people present or not, the stuff that this guy would come out with would just make you be like, you know, very funny, but, you know, not necessarily appropriate for all crowds. That's as much as I'll say. For your money and materials, you have the Five of Swords. So money, finances could cause a little bit of a snag point this week. And it's funny because it's right underneath the Ace of Wands, right? So what you do with your money, what you do with your funds this week, maybe you're making a decision that is an unpopular one. Maybe you are deciding to hold off on something and that's an unpopular decision. One of the things, because you've got the Strength card here as well, this would not be an appropriate, I mean, I don't think it's ever an appropriate conversation. Discussing how much people spend on gifts, all that sort of stuff, don't do it this week because, again, the chances are you might end up upsetting somebody, and vice versa as well. So just don't get into that kind of a conversation this week. When it comes to your finances as well, this could be a moment maybe where somebody questions you on something. And I mean, Leos don't like to be questioned anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's like, let my decisions be my decisions. Let my yes mean yes and my no mean no. So just something for you to be aware of. And for some of you, this might be a creative difference of some sort that comes up. For your physical health and vitality, your shins, your calves, your ankles, general area to be aware of or to look after. One of the things that you might want to be aware of as well is that the home, it may be that you're not necessarily even spending a lot of time at home this week. Maybe there's just so much to do that you're kind of, you know, darting about from here, there and everywhere. So just something to be aware of and cautious of. For your love and relations, you have the Ten of Cups. This is beautiful. So for those of you that are single, to be honest with you, I think you're just having a good time with friends, good times with family, good times with loved ones. And I think that could be enough. For some of you, it does look like maybe the family are going to try to meddle in the love life. So if you're single, you know, maybe they start trying to set you up, or, oh, you know, so-and-so single, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. And you're like, oh God, please, please. Like, the day that I let you guys choose my partner is the day that hell freezes over. It's not going to happen. I love my family, but I would never let them set me up with anyone. You know, I'm worried about their own choices, let alone mine. So yeah, no, definitely not. All jokes aside though, remember the Ten of Cups is such a beautiful card because it represents that loving, warm energy so it permeates everything. So this could be a real time where you're feeling that love, and you know, maybe you're feeling it deeper than everybody else. And if that is the case, so what? You know, as long as you have that energy radiating from your heart space, you're going to shine regardless. All right. For those of you that are partnered, okay, yeah, for those of you that are partnered, again, just this is a really lovely vibe. Now, you got the Five of Swords here, so if your partner kind of says, okay, I think we can, you know, give the credit card a rest now, this might be a time to listen to them because you could end up paying for it at a later date. I mean, that's the whole point, but you know what I mean. Just because, you know, your finances and your love, they seem to be somewhat at odds with each other. So just think about that. But overall, as a whole, I actually think this is a really nice week. there is potential for overindulgence. There is potential for maybe going overboard with pretty much everything. But you know, as I was saying to everybody else, that seems to be a theme for this week, because we're, you know, heading into holiday season. And if we're completely honest, for the year that we've had, I think everybody just needs, you know, whatever is going to make them feel good, but just try to at least keep a handle on it. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.